inside the box we have some very old coins from the United States. I'm going to show you an example of the pennies. All of the pennies are called wheat pennies. They're called wheat pennies because it's kind of hard to see, but there are little stalks of wheat on the sides, on the back. And it says 1 cent, United States of America. years past. And that's one reason why I like to look through this container of this old money to see just how pretty it used to be. So now we're going to place all these back in the box. And here we have an old dime wrapper. It's pretty old. This is a silver dollar from 1990. It's in this plastic, piece of plastic. It's hard to see because there's a glare. But it's quite heavy and very pretty. This is very crinkly and very loud, so I'm hesitant to show you all of these. These are mostly coins from other countries. There's money in here from Canada, Vietnam. I don't want to rattle it around too much because it is very noisy. But it's just examples of money from other countries that my father and my brother collected while they were in the military. But I'm not going to rattle it around because it's very loud. These are uncirculated coins from the Denver Mint from 1960. We have a half dollar, a quarter, a nickel, a dime, and a penny. And this is what they look like on the back. And we have this little disc here that's a certificate of authenticity to prove that they are not circulated. And they were distributed by the U.S. Department of Treasury. This is a set of coins from the same year from the Philadelphia Mint. These are also from 1960. And in here, I have just a regular paper envelope that contains some money. We'll start with the paper money. Now these, if you are from the United States and you're more than maybe 40 or less than 40, you've probably not seen these unless you've seen someone's collection. I'm going to try to hold it where you can see. Then it says silver certificate. This is a $1 silver certificate from 1935. This is how it looks on the front. And this is the back. I'm going to use my little easel to display these. These must not be worth a lot for him to have sent so many. But here they are. This one has been taped up. And this one is 5,000, and it has little dots on it. This guy looks kind of sad. I think he looks sad because he's not on the 10,000 one. So there's that. And this dollar bill is in here. It doesn't look especially different, from the front. It's from 1969, but the reason we kept this is because it's a misprint. The back is faded and it's the wrong color. The back should be the same color as the front, but it's not. So we keep that. And I have some coins in here as well. I don't really know why this is in here. It's a 1973 penny, which is the year I was born. I think it got in here by mistake. These are from Vietnam, and my dad was in the Vietnam War, and I'm pretty sure that's where these came from. They are 5 dong, and this one is dated 1966, but this one I can't read the date. But they're pretty cool. This is a Canadian dime from 1949. And this is from Mexico. It's 20 centavos from 1965. And I believe I decided when I did the soft-spoken version of this video that this is Canadian money. The only reason I say that is because in the front it looks very similar to the Canadian Dimes that I have. And it is dated, it's very hard to see, but it's dated 1919. And it's very worn and dark. And finally, I have a Canadian quarter from 1972. I'm going to put all these back in the envelope. Inside the tin, I'm going to start with these rolls. I'm not going to open it, but I know because I've looked before, because I'm nosy, that this is a roll of wheat pennies. So we have 50 wheat pennies in here. And this is a roll of Mercury Dimes. So we have 50 Mercury Dimes in here. the side. And if you handle change, if you're in the United States and you handle our change today, to pay attention to the way it sounds and the weight of our change. And with these coins, you can hear the weight. I'm going to move them around in my hand for you to hear how these coins sound. They are quite heavy. You get a stack of them, and it's substantial. And I have a whole stack of old nickels. These are not as old as the buffalo nickels. Most of these are from the 40s and 50s, but here's how they look on the front with Thomas Jefferson again. This one is from 1955, and it has Monticello on the back. It says United States of America, e pluribus unum, 5 cents. And this is foreign money. I imagine that my dad brought this back. It looks like it could be, it's some sort of Asian money, but I'm not sure where it's from. This is a Canadian nickel from 1961. And this is a Canadian dime from 1963. And I'm not really sure where this is from. It has flowers on it. It's very pretty. It's worth 100 of something. This is a Canadian quarter from 1949. And I am not really sure where this is from or how much it's worth. I can't read it. And this is Tin Dong from Vietnam, but it's very green, and I can't read it either. These are older dimes, mainly from the 40s through the 60s. Here's how they look on the front and the back. And I have 2 bicentennial quarters from 1976. 200 years of freedom. And I have a few more dimes. And a few more nickels. And one more nickel. And one more nickel. Great. And this is a $50 from 1977. And you can see it has the eagle on the back, and it says United States of America. $50. And this is cute. It's not a coin. It's actually a piece of plastic made to look like a coin. But it says it's the President Picker. Limited edition. On one side, vote Carter. The other side, vote Reagan. And it says if it lands on the edge, vote Anderson. Pretty cute. And this is a whole stack of wheat used to love looking through here at all these things. I always thought they were cool. And if we as kids found any coins that were old or just interesting for some reason, we were always welcome to add them to the collection. And I have a feeling that quite a few of these wheat pennies were added by my brother and me. We were always looking for them. And we were always excited when we found one. Oops, that won't work. There's a trick to getting everything to fit. You're gonna have to slide them around a little bit. Again, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it, for taking the time to see what I have for you and to enjoy these things. It's nice to be able to share this collection with others. I hope to see you again soon.